Joie Brown, Bakken Hiring Events.
Joie Brown with the Bakken Hiring Events. First of all, does anybody ever call you Downtown Joie Brown?
No, they don't.
Well, we might have to incorporate that nickname. Who knows? I mean, we're not
Yeah.
we're not quite the nickname status yet. If I don't know you that well, but anyway, we got a
You
reason.
never know.
Yeah, right. Exactly. We got an event coming up. That's why we're checking in with Joie Brown, Downtown Joie Brown, about the oil and gas hiring event coming up May 30th, 2019. It's going to be held from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And I believe it's in Williston, North Dakota. Is that correct?
That is correct. It's at the Raymond Center at 1002 11th Street West in Williston.
So we're talking about the Raymond Center in Williston, North Dakota, May 30th. Describe this event for me a little bit. Well, first of all, is it a companies are going to be there? Talk to me about the companies. I imagine that's what it is. The companies reach out to you and you give them some booth space, and then it's the public comes in. Is that what this is?
That is correct. So it's May 30th from 10 to 6, and it's a multi-company oil and gas hiring event. So the companies reach out to us, and yes, they get booth space, and we register them. And then on May 30th is when all the job seekers come from all over and meet with all the hiring managers or company representatives at those booths and with those companies.
Usually companies that are looking for hirees have a pretty good success rate at these in the past. I don't know if you follow your numbers or track your numbers, but my guess is that you guys are doing these in multiple shale plays like you are. The companies are having very good success finding employees.
That is correct. So our oil and gas events bring several thousand job seekers to the event. So most companies can fill all of their needs for the positions that they have available.
Several thousand people. I was going to ask you what type of attendance you see at these things. And I know a lot of times might not be, let's say you get 3,000 people there. It might not be all 3,000 people looking for jobs. It might be, some supportive spouses or maybe, somebody to go with that's an aunt and uncle. But the thing that I like about those people, they go out and tell 15 of their family, friends, and everything else about the job. Those are the ones who seem to be the best word-of-mouth advertisers. It's not the ones looking for the job. It's the one that's helping the person find the job. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And that is true. We have, people that come with the job seekers, and, they've told, 50, 60 people in their family, and sometimes the people who accompany the job seekers also find employment while they're there, even though they weren't necessarily looking when they came. But for the most part, the majority of people who come to the events are looking,
Hey, I did that last weekend without even knowing it. I dropped my son and his friends off at the mall. I went to the food court for a little bit, got a coffee, hung out, ended up buying a shirt. I mean, I wasn't planning on buying anything, but I got bored, walked around, caught my interest, impulse buy. You're right. There are people. There's impulse job movers without a doubt. Because a lot of people are always dreaming about something else. And so we've got a few months. So I imagine you guys are still accepting companies and looking for companies to be a part of this end of May event. So we're talking May 30th. So how can companies be a part of this event? You're not past deadline yet, are you?
No. So we just opened up the company registration for the event. And they can give us a call at 701-369-3330 to register. They can also go onto our website for additional contact information, which is BakkenHiringEvents.com, and they can get additional information there. So, with our events, we do make it very easy for the companies to register. We also make it very easy for them to hire on the spot at the event if they choose to. We do have interview booths set up around the event. We have a drug testing company on site at the event. Just different things like that, so that companies who do want to hire, right then and there, they can do that.
Do you have a limit, or do you have specific categories, or just talk to me about some of the companies involved? You mentioned drug testing, so I was going to ask you about drug testing companies, but you kind of mentioned that's going to be there. So talk to me about maybe some of the other companies that you guys have had in the past at some of your events, or do you guys have a cap, like you only accept a certain amount or anything like that? Just talk to me a little bit about the logistics and company history.
Right. So with the oil and gas hiring events, it's really any company, who work in the oil and gas industry. So it can be support companies, it can be exploration companies. I mean, it can be any type of company within the oil and gas industry that are welcome to this event. Now, with the oil and gas hiring events, obviously, we don't really have, food service, retail, those type of companies there. But any company that works within the oil and gas industry is that's who come to these events.
Sure. Okay. Because it's oil and gas hiring events, so there we go.
Yeah.
Right. Keep it simple, stupid. Right. This lousy host asks too many questions. How about the people that maybe have done it for the first time? I'm sure you get repeat people that come back, but
right.
What should they expect? I mean, is this something where they need a full-on, trade show booth display? Does a cardboard, a card table work, if that's even a thing anymore? Do you guys provide all the different things? Just how about some of that stuff? Because I'm sure there's some companies out there that would like to do something like this, but they're growing for the first time and they don't know what to do, and so they're trying to watch every single penny and this and that, and so how about talk to me about that a little bit. If somebody's here for the first time, what's the expectations from that side of it?
Right. So at the event, when you reserve a booth with your registration, the tables, the chairs, that's included. The pipe and draping that go around the booth is included. We also can provide linen table covers if you need that for your tables. And then they can just bring really just a banner or obviously applications. Some companies bring candy or water bottles or anything with their company logo on it. Companies bring that too. They'll bring, pop-up banners, things like that. But as far as a full-on trade show booth, they don't need to bring, they can, but that's not really necessary, for this type of event. Most just bring banners, pop-up banners, applications, things like that.
They keep it pretty, keep the applications, probably more printouts than anything, and then just some kind of logo representation, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So, okay, it's like most of the hiring events I've been to. Okay, we're not reinventing the wheel here, people. It's a pretty standard, true type of a thing that works, that a couple thousand people come to. So, all right, well, let's wrap her up here. We've got Joie Brown with us, Bakken Hiring Event, which is, let me grab this real quick here, which is coming up May 30th. But right now, they're looking for some companies who are looking to hire employees. So go ahead and give we like to give people the final word. So give your contact information and kind of summarize what's going on and that sort of thing. Okay.
So we are with Bakken Hiring Events. Our phone number is 701-369-3330. Our parent company is Permian Basin Hiring Events from the Permian. So we are coming up from the Permian Basin. and we are going to we do a lot of the oil and gas events in the Permian with great success. And so we're coming up to the Bakken and helping out the folks up in the Bakken, and for the companies that need to fill positions, in and around the Bakken. We're hoping that this event can help them do that.
And the event is coming May 30th, 2019 at the Raymond Center in Williston, North Dakota.